The landscape of the universal mind. 1. The basalt floods of 16 million BP. Anywhere is the center of the universe, or nexus anyway, as is easily perceived and believed here in this 4-story, hilltop Hood River house I call the Castle, because it so reminds me of the Schlüsser on the shores of Thunersee that Hope and I saw some 15 years ago on our big Swiss trip when our love was still a little new, which causes my elder daughter Susan, as usual, to call me Don Quixote after our family Father's Day dinner at the China Gorge restaurant, when we all walk out onto the parking lot and I point up at our rental castle high above us, with its glorious towers and glad parapets gleaming in the summer sun. Whither we return, just Hope and I, to watch the early evening deepen over the imperial river, a crepuscular profundity somehow inviting cosmology, at least to my own quixotic imagination, that in the beginning was a space-time singularity of the limitless and dimensionless density out of which in the initial second of our universe's existence came the quarks. In the first hour arose the hydrogen plasma. In the first year subatomic matter commenced to dominate. In the first 100,000 years those primordial atoms formed. In the first 100 million years the nebulae condensed into stars. In the first billion years the heavy elements developed. In the first 5 billion years the galaxies grew. And then, after 9 billion years, our solar system was made out of the radioactive remnants of giant supernova explosions, so that now, more than 4 billion years later, we live on a thin crust, covering the molten magma that erupts occasionally, as these basalt floods did 16 million years ago from vents in eastern Oregon, ascending 5 miles outward from a vast seething chamber through long fissures and emerging as voluminous lavas so hot and fluid they surged down this gorge the whole way westward to the ocean, in the series of individual flows that laid down all these basalt layers visible on these crystalline cliffs spread out here before us now in the gathering twilight. A land of memory and desire, of ice after fire, the landscape of the mature heart. For these many lava layers of congealed experience were eroded by time and trauma into cliffs of memory, when the second series of flood events occurred some 15,000 to 13,000 years ago at the end of the most recent great ice age. All the water from glacial Lake Missoula, from glacial Lake Columbia, Lake Lewis, and Lake Condon merging repeatedly in sudden catastrophic torrents that were 1,000 feet deep as they reached the bottleneck of this narrow valley through the rugged mountains, and that violently tore the Columbia Gorge out of the volcanic flood basalt to create this gorgeous spot where my wife and I center ourselves in reality's sublime surprise and project spirit outward through an infinity of concentric spheres to the realm beyond life and death, where the cosmic grandeur of the universe expresses its self, which we also are, in a wondrous non-equilibrium system stretching at least from galaxy to globe.